Hi friends, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to see how we can find square root of any perfect square in 2 seconds without using paper and pen. This is very simple and easy method. This will be very useful if you are a student or if you are preparing for competitive exams. So the first step is you need to know the squares of numbers from 1 to 10. That's very easy, isn't it? So for 1 it is 1, for 2 it is 4, for 3 it is 9 and so on, right? Now, we need to focus on the last digit of the squares. For 1, it is ending with 1, for 2, it is 4, for 3, it is 9, and 4, it is ending with 6, right? And 5, it is ending with 5. For 6, it's again ending with 6, and so on. So now, if you have noticed, the square of 1 and 9, both are ending with 1, right? So we will know that if the given number ends with 1, then the answer will also either end with 1 or 9. Similarly, if it ends with 4, the answer will end with 2 or 8. And if it ends with 9, the answer will end with 3 or 7. And if it ends with 6, the answer will end with 4 or 6. And for 5, it is 5, and for 0, it is 0, right? Now, if you have noticed, none of the numbers are ending with 2, 3, 7, 8, right? So, we will know that if the given number is ending with 2, 3, 7 or 8, we will know that it is not a perfect square, right? Okay. Now, let us look at an example. It is 1849. Now, we need to find the square root of this number. Okay. So, the first step is to find out the last digit. So, what is the last digit of the given number? It is 9. So, we already know that if the given number is ending with 9, the answer will end with either 3 or 7. So, we have found that our answer will end with either 3 or 7. That's all. The next step is to find the first digit of our number. Now, we need to ignore the last two digits of the given number. So, from the given number, if we discard 4 and 9, we get 18, right? Now, we need to identify the perfect square which is close to 18 and less than 18. It is 16, which is 4 square, right? So, that's all. This is our first digit. And the last step is to identify the last digit exactly. So, we have already found that our answer will end either with 3 or 7. Now, we need to find exactly whether it is 3 or 7. So for this, similar to the previous step, we will have to ignore the last two digit of the given number. Then we will get 18 with us. And then we need to multiply our first digit of our answer, which is 4, with its next number, which is 5. So if you multiply 4 and 5, we get 20. Now we will have to compare 18 with this 20. So 18 is less than 20. So we will have to choose the smaller number of 3 and 7. So which is 3. That's all. So we have found our last digit also as 3. In case the given number is greater than 20, we would have chosen 7. Now that 18 is less than 20, we have taken 3. So the final answer is 43. I hope you are able to understand the steps. Let me repeat once. So the first step is to find out the last digit. It is ending with 9, so we know that the answer will end either with 3 or 7. Then the next step is to find the first digit. For this, we need to ignore the last two digits of the given number. If we discard the last two digits, we will get 18. Now, we need to identify the perfect square which is close to 18 and less than 18, which is 16, which is 4 square, right? So, that's all. Our first digit is 4. Then the last step is to identify whether the last digit is 3 or 7. For this, we need to multiply our first digit with its next number. So, if you multiply 4 and 5, we get 20. We will have to compare this 20 with 18. So, 18 is less than 20. So, we have chosen the smaller number of 3 and 7, which is 3. That's all. We have found the last digit as 3 and the final answer as 43. That's all. Okay. So, I hope it is clear now. Now, let us look at another example. It is 7396. So, what is the first step? First step is to find out the last digit. So, the given number is ending with 6. So, we know that our answer will end either with 4 or 6. The next step is to find the first digit of our answer. Now we need to ignore the last two digits. If you discard 9 and 6, we will have 73 with us. Now we need to identify the perfect square which is close to 73 and less than 73. It is 64, which is 8 square. So that's all. We have found our first digit as 8. The last step is to identify the last digit exactly, whether it is 4 or 6. So what we need to do? We'll have to multiply our first digit of our answer with its next number. So we have found our first digit as 8 and the next number is 9. So if you multiply 8 and 9, we get 73. We will have to compare 73 with 72. 73 is greater than 72. So we will have to choose the bigger number of 4 and 6, which is 6. That's all. We have found our last digit as 6. So the final answer is 86. That's all. I hope the steps are clear to you now. Okay, now what we can do is, let us try solving it mentally without writing the steps. If you want, you can refer the number chart on the left side. Otherwise, you can ignore it. Now, let us take an easy number to start with. Let us take 4225. The first step is to find out the last digit. It is ending with 5. So, we know that our answer will also end with 5. Then the second step is to find the first digit. For this, we need to ignore the last 2 digits of the given number. If you discard the last 2 digits, we will have 42 with us. Now, we need to identify the perfect square which is close to 42 and less than 42, which is 36. It is 6 square. So, we know that our first digit is 6. We already found the last digit as 5. So, that's all. We have got the answer as 65. That's all. Okay. Shall we take another example and try solving it without writing the steps? Okay, so let us take 5041. So what is the first step? We need to identify the last digit. So it is ending with 1. So we know that our answer will end either with 1 or 9. Then the next step is to find the first digit. Ignore the last 2 digits. We will have 50 with us. The perfect square which is close to 50 and less than 50 is 49, which is 7 square. So our first digit is 7. Then the last step is to identify the last digit if it is 1 or 9. Multiply our first digit 7 with its next number 8, we will get 56. So, we will have to choose the smaller number which is 1. That's all. The answer is 71. I hope you are able to do it now. If you practice 5 to 6 sums on your own, you will be easily able to tell the answer within 2 seconds and without using paper and pen also. It will save you lots of time if you are solving bigger problems in competitive exams. Okay friends, I hope this was useful to you. Please like, share and comment if you like this video. Please do subscribe to my channel, Make It Easy, if you want to get more videos like this. Thank you for watching. See you all in another interesting video. Bye bye.